Alright people, welcome back to another video. Alright guys, so I just got a video for all the newcomers. Just got the Legion Gold. So this is just a beginner's guide for anyone that just got it and you want to know how to use the system, what everything does and stuff like that. So I'm gonna go through most of the features on the device and explain certain stuff, but this is not going to be in-depth review. This is just a basic review for like anyone that just come into the device and just want an overview of all the stuff that's going on and how to use the device, right? So let me just get into it real quick and then I show you what's going on. All right, the first thing I want to talk about is the charger. When you get a device, you will get this charger in the box and it is 65 watts. The 65 watts, so if you're gonna get like a different charger, maybe like if you're trying to buy a third-party charger, then you should get a charger that's above 65 watts so that it charges the device efficiently. If you get anything below that, then it might not charge the device or it might charge it too slow and then you're not getting the best experience. So if you're trying to use your phone charger, that won't work. Most likely that won't charge the device because the battery is too big for that and it's not made for those type of smaller chargers. So 65 watts or higher. If you get like 100 watts, then that's good. That will definitely charge the device way faster than the 65 watts that they give out the box. Next thing, when you get the device, you also get a case, which is this case. And in the case, you get this device right here. This is for FPS mode. Also, if you look at the bottom right here, there's a hole where they say you could charge the device while it's in your case. Nobody's recommend you guys doing that, like to charge the device while it's in the case, especially if you zipped it up, because the device might overheat. So if you're going to do that, make sure the device is off. That's the safest way to do it. And then you plug it in inside the case so that it could charge. But I wouldn't recommend that. Charge it outside of the case. That's the safest way to go, because you don't want to plug it in and when you come back your device is not turning on because it's overheat while you're charging. Alright, so next thing is once you turn the device on, it's going to actually do a couple stuff like to set up your device. So remember, this is a full PC. It's not like the Steam Deck or Xbox or PlayStation 5 where as you turn it on, everything is up and running and you can get to your games. It's going to ask you to set up Windows, log into certain stuff like into your Microsoft account, do some updates and stuff like that. Just get through that, and then once you get to this screen where you can log in and everything, first couple things you want to do, I mentioned this in a couple of my videos already, you want to make sure your system is up to date. So you want to go to here, you can type update, then you go to check for updates. You want to click this. See, I got an update right now. So it's going to say check for updates. Once you click that, it's going to do like a search and search for the latest Windows update. You want to make sure your system is up to date, guys. Got to keep your system running as efficiently as possible and as smooth as possible. So you need to make sure everything is up to date. Next thing you want to do, go to AMD app. You go in here, and you want to go to gaming. You go to graphics. You go in here. Then you got Radiant Super Resolution, and you got Radiant Image Sharpening. Most people like to use the Radiant Image Sharpening. That's the best one to go with. I was just testing out a game with a Radiant Super Resolution, but this one is the best one to use for now. Also, remember in my other video, I showed you guys integer scaling. You could also turn that on as well. You can use integer scaling with one of these, which is Radiant Super Resolution or Radiant Image Sharpening. So you can use them together. As I said before, I'm not going to go in depth, but you want to make sure integer scaling and GPU scaling is on for you to get the best experience. So basically what integer scaling does is upscale the image to your device to make it look better. So you can put a lower resolution inside the game so that you get better FPS, better performance, but a better image. So it upscale 800p to like the screen resolution, which is like 1600p on the space settings. So you want to set space settings to 1600p and in-game to 800p. For now, I won't recommend you using both of them together, which is integer scaling or one of these, because that takes a toll on your CPU. So I'd recommend for right now, since you're new to the system, to just go with Radiant Image Sharpening. That's good enough. Next thing, you want to make sure your graphics driver is up to date. So you would click on the quick menu option. You want to go here, then you want to go to Lenovo Diagnostics. When you get to here, you want to click detect device. When you just get the system, it won't detect it, so you have to hit scan and it's going to ask you to add your device and stuff like that, blah 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 blah. Once you do that, then it will, every time you come in here, it will detect your device. And then you want to go to graphics, you want to go to device and software, and they want to go to, you could do automatic scan, and that will scan for the latest BIOS, and that will keep your BIOS up to date. They can install it. If you want to select a specific driver, you would go here, and then you would go to graphics processing unit GPU, and then it will show you the latest driver from Lenovo. And this is the way you could download it and install it to your system. Some of the time, the latest drivers that Lenovo have available for the device is not the latest from AMD, so you could also update your system to the latest driver that AMD releases, but sometimes it has a little small bugs. Lenovo like to make sure their device drivers are efficient enough before they release it, so they usually take the drivers in-house, test it out, tweak it to their liking, and then they release it to their system. But it's up to you if you want to do that. Go directly to AMD or from Lenovo. But the latest one as of now is December 25th. You can download it and install that. Once you do that, how you check to see if it's installed, you go to search, then you go to device manager, type device, then you go to device manager. Once you get here, you go to display and adapter, click that, open up that, then you go to drivers, and then it will show you the latest driver that you have. See, it says driver version 31022224. So that's the latest one I have from Lenovo. And if you want to revert back to your older driver, you could uninstall it and then go back to the previous one you have, because some people are having issues with some games with some drivers. So if you see that you have a driver that's not working out for you, then you can do that and revert back to your older driver. So as you can see, it's the same driver, 3302244 or whatever it is, but the date on the device manager is kind of off. I'm not sure. I don't know why it does that. If you look, the date is saying that, but this driver I have that come out December 25th. Alright, so next thing I want to show you like where to get your games. So there's a lot of places you could get your games from, and you can get the same games from different launchers and at different prices, different deals depending on what's going on. So I'm gonna show you the best ones, like the most popular ones that people are using. So if you go to Legion space, it will show you like all the ones that they have available. Once you go in here, you click here, and then it will show you all the launchers. These are not all the launchers that there is on the platform. There's many more out there, but the main ones are Xbox, Epic, Ubisoft, Steam, and then you got Battle.net. It's not shown here, but you can also get that. Most people play all the Call of Duty stuff on Steam. If you go here, you could download it, click it, it will bring you straight to the website, and then you can download it to your device. For Battle.net, you just go to the internet, and then you can go to battle.net.com, and then you could download it from here, and then you could purchase the game, which is Warzone, whatever you're playing. I use Steam for Warzone. That's the best one for me because I have other games in there as well, so that's why I have to keep most of the stuff together. And Ubisoft, I have the Division 2, Avatar. As I said, most of these games you could get on a lot of different launchers. Epic Games is a good one to have because most of the time they got free stuff, like free games. They also got like deals to get discount on games and stuff like that. So Epic Games is a good choice as well. Then you also got Xbox, which is the Xbox store where you can get all your Xbox stuff. Xbox Game Pass. Xbox Game Pass is a must because whenever you get the device, you get the free 3 months of Xbox Game Pass. So you can set it up. You also got to set up automatic payment for the Xbox Game Pass. But once you set it up, if you're not trying to keep it, you have to set it up at the initial time of you doing it. Then you could just delete your payment option right after that, and then you could just get the 3 months, then you could cancel it, I guess. You don't have to keep it. It's up to you if you want to keep it. You could also end the subscription at any time, but this is a good one to have because you get a lot of free games as well. You also got all the big games like Starfield. You get FIFA. Right now I'm playing Tomb Raider on there. So you get a lot of games and a lot of features. And what I'm hearing is next year, which is this year, 2024, Call of Duty should be coming out on Xbox Game Pass store because they purchased Activision, so they got all rights for that now. Alright, so next is Legion Space. Legion Space is basically the launcher or the game hub or whatever they want to call it that Lenovo has for their device. All your stuff should be here once you download them, like all your games and stuff like that. Once you go to library, you should see all your games, but most of the time this is not working. It's not showing all my stuff. I don't know, maybe it's like a bug or something. But usually I just go into the individual launchers and launch the games that way. That's what most people doing. Most people don't really use the Legion Space like that because there's so much like stuff that's missing. But it's getting there, as I said before, it's getting there. But this is where you would see your launchers on your games. You should. You can keep clicking this and maybe it might pull up all your games, but it don't for me. If you click this button right here, this is the quick menu button. This shows you like your TDP. So with TDP, that's just telling you how much power is going towards your processor so that you get the best performance, best FPS, best quality. So the higher it is, the better you should get on your game while playing. So you got quick, balance, performance, custom. It could go all the way up to 30. That's what I mostly play on 30 watts, but not all games you need that 30 watts for, so you don't have to go to high. Up to you, but I'm always on 30. And then if you're on 30, I recommend you turn your full fan speed on. Fan speed curve should be coming out soon, a new update where you could mess with your fan curve to make it go up and down. Yeah, play around with it just like with the Asus ROG Ally. So you also got always powered mode. That's just mostly for the system itself and how everything is running in the background, like efficiently or not. So I'll leave it inefficient, and TDP goes mostly towards the game while you're playing your game. So if you're playing smaller games, like quiet is good, like indie games, but it depends. Balance is mostly you keep the wattage down, because the higher you go up, the more power you're using and the faster your battery will die. Performance would be like the best one out of the box, where you get the best performance from the game. And then you got custom where you can put it all the way up to 30, and then that boosts everything overall. And then you could also got custom where you could customize like a TDP for a specific game or whatever you're doing. You could do that as well. Performance manager, that's just showing like how like everything is running while you're using your system. You got CPU, GPU, VRAM, and RAM showing. Go to settings. This is where you could change the display quality. You could change the refresh rate, brightness, Bluetooth, Wi-Fi, sound. You also got a frame monitor. You can turn it on and off. And as you can see, it's showing it in the left corner right here. Then you can also turn on Radiant Super Resolution on here directly on the device. Once you open Legion Space now, this is where you got all the other stuff like the settings. As I said, I'll show you library already. You also got games from Legion Space where you could buy. They got their discount, stuff like that. But I haven't seen anyone that purchased anything from here, because this still needs some work. You see the artwork is not even showing. So this still got some bugs and stuff like that. But if you go to settings, you'll see all your setting stuff. You also got Android games, Game Store, which is down here, and Game Cloud. But if you go to settings, this is where you see all the meat and all the stuff you need for your device. So this way you could change the performance. Where you got general. See you could turn on boot Legion Space. When you turn it on and off, you see your current version. You can see about like your system. If you go to performance, this is where you could customize the TDP again, full fan speed, turn on Radiant Super Resolution. If you go to network, this is where you connect to your Wi-Fi, Bluetooth. Then you got display, so you can mess with your resolution, but you can also do that from the quick menu. And then your refresh rate as well. You got voice, this is where your volume and your microphone you can mess with if you got anything connected. See, I got my Yeti connected, so it's showing that. You can switch to your Array Realtek, that's a built-in mic on your device. On your controller, this way you could customize your dead zones. I got a dead zone video already showing you how to change everything to make it more efficient while you're playing your games, right? Also, turn on your touchpad, adjust your sensitivity, and all your function keys, and update controllers and all your basic stuff. And here you go to customize. So you customize your RGB lights around your thumbsticks. So you can see your disk space. I got the 1 terabyte version now. I had the 512 before, wasn't enough, so I updated. So I used 343 out of 941. Yeah, so that's basically it for Legion Space. If you have any questions, just drop a comment down below. Let me know what you think, or what's your question, or if I'm missing anything, guys. Alright, so let's just give you a quick overview of FPS modes. As I said before, I don't really use this mode, but I'm just gonna show you how to set it up, how to get it up and running. Right, so first you just gotta detach the controllers. You look behind here, there's some buttons behind here, just gotta press it. There's a button right here to detach the controller. Once you do that, you just press it, pull right here, press it, pull, and detach it. So in this controller, this is the main one. You got the FPS starter right here. Once you put it in the thing, then you could start using it. So when you set it up, it's gonna be right click, left click. Either, I'm not even sure, but I'll show you in a minute. These are 2 buttons that you could use to right click, left click. So if you want to put in FPS mode, then you need this device right here. You should just put it in here and it snaps in. It's magnetic. Once you put it in, it just snaps in just like that. Then you gotta activate it. Just click this button right here, turn it on. Then you're up and running. So how you would use it is just like that, and you would just on the screen. You see it? I don't know if you guys can see the mouse moving because it's the screen is kind of bright. And then in theory, when you're playing game, you can use it like a mouse and your FPS shooter and stuff like that. So I never really tested out in games because it's not my style. I never used mouse. I'm not a mouse type of person. I'm a control type of person. So you could test it out and see how it works. You could also use this to navigate the system as well, to do basic stuff. So if you're into that, then you can do that. So you can also adjust the settings, like the sensitivity and everything like that, for the FPS mode. For the FPS mode, so it would go to Legion space. Then you go to controller. Then you see right here button mapping for the profile, FPS default. You go in here, and then you could mess around with the settings, and then it shows you how to use it and what all the buttons are for. And then you could change the layout and everything like that. As I said before, I never really messed with this. It's not my type of thing. And you could restore the default, and it shows you what every button does. And you could also remap buttons, because look right here. So yeah guys, so that's the basic setup mode for the overall system for beginners that's just coming to the Legion Go. So yeah, so if I missed anything, just let me know in the comment section down below. Hit that like button if you like what I'm posting. Sub to the channel for more awesome content, guys. So if you got any questions, also drop a comment, ask me. If I don't know, someone else will answer the question down in the comment, because there's a lot of people that's on my channel that's very knowledgeable about certain stuff, Windows and the system itself. So yeah, so if you like what I'm posting, hit that subscribe button. If you don't, hit that thumbs down button and stuff like that. I appreciate all the love that I've been getting over the past months, days, and years. And thanks for tuning in, guys. And let me know what you think in the comment section down below again. Remember to always say, health is wealth, peace and love. I'm out, guys.